Last week, the New York Jets took Will McDonald at pick 15 of the 2023 NFL Draft. I've already shown you what he can do as a pass rusher, so let's dive into the film and I'll show you Will McDonald, the run defender, some of the frailties, but how he can be protected by this Robert Saleh scheme. Let's go. What is going on, everybody? It's Luke here from PLAJ, and we are back today in the film room with another all-22 breakdown of Will McDonald, this time shining a spotlight on his run defense, because that's the area that's been called into question since the Jets took him in the first round, and a lot of it's because of usage. So I'm going to give you a completely fair and rational breakdown looking at both sides of the argument. First 3 snaps, we're going to look at the weaknesses and the deficiencies, but also how that relates to Matt Campbell's utilization of Will McDonald. So he's lined up here as a 3 technique. On the right-hand side of your screen, he's going to go one-on-one against Steve Avila, for me, the best interior offensive lineman in the class, one-on-one inside in the run game, and have a look how this ends. Steve Avila standing him up, marching him out of the way, and ends up pancaking Will McDonald into the ground. When you're on the inside in the run game, it is a big man's game, not a fast man game. Will McDonald does his best here to try and win the leverage battle, to stay low underneath the pads, to stand him up and to block. But he's got no chance here. Steve Avila just works that lower half, drops a bit of an anchor, gets underneath the armpit and throws him out of the way and ends up chucking him in the dirt. Look, Will McDonald's not good at this. He is not a guy who's going to be able to stand up to 330 interior offensive linemen in a phone booth. We know that, but he's also not going to be asked to do that. Another rep, this time against Kansas State, and you're going to see him getting marched around again from a 3-tech spot. It's what the film shows you. 4-eye, 3-tech, bad run defender. Left-hand side of your screen, number 9, the guard once again stands him up, pops the shoulder pads. McDonald loses leverage. As a result, he's able to work those hands inside. And look at McDonald. He's getting thrown around like he's an outside linebacker or a safety coming down to the line of scrimmage, because that's kind of what he's built like. If you let him go one-on-one against these interior linemen, he's going to get destroyed, and it will be a weakness. And as you can see, it is there on the tape. But I want you to understand that this is not how it has to be at the next level, and Saleh won't let it be like that. One last rep, for fairness sake. Right-hand side of your screen, this time against a tackle. It's a 4 technique. He's got a bit better chance here, but he's not going to hold up to double teams. As soon as the guard comes in and chips, look at the movement they get. I understand it's on the back side of the play. In the end, it has no relevancy to the yardage gained by Kansas State. But look at the displacement and how easily they move McDonald up and down the line of scrimmage. They string him out 5-6 yards out of your screen. He's not a guy that can stand up and 2-gap. He can't absorb double teams, and he's not going to do well in the interior. But here's the good news, Jets fans. When McDonald was lined up on the inside, he struggled mightily. His run stuff percentage went down considerably. But when he was lined up as a 5-tech or wider, he had a run stop percentage of 9%. You know what Will Anderson's was, the number 3 overall pick? 6.6. So when you put him in the right spots, he has a chance to flourish. Here he is with one of my favorite reps for him against Baylor. Look at the ability to be powerful with your hands, to punch, and look at the work in the backfield, tackling outside of his frame, but it all starts with the ability to have powerful hands to utilize the length. We've talked about those arms. They are enormous. Get off me, bench press, we're in the backfield, and now we're going to do work because we've got the length to also tackle outside of our body and to get the running back down. When they ran outside zone at him on the front side as a 5-tech, I thought Will McDonald was fantastic. He's got a potential to be not just, a passable run defender. I think he can be quite a good one from a 5 and 7 tech consistently, and it's because of these kind of plays. Play with a powerful punch, utilize your length, play with good leverage, and have great eyes in the backfield. An awesome rep from Will McDonald. This time against TCU, left-hand side of your screen, in the red zone, does a fantastic job saving a touchdown. I like initially off the snap how he's able to work his lower half through the base. Look how he marches the tackle down the line of scrimmage, trying to shut that gap, and then does a great job peeking, gets his pads to the inside, rips, disengages, and gets to the running back and saves a touchdown. This is a really good job on the backside. This is a difficult play. It's very easy to get strung out here. Awesome job to close the gap, to squeeze, and make sure that he ripped through that block and was able to disengage and get to the running back. This is awesome. This is great athleticism, great use of his length that I keep talking about because it's a huge feature of his run defense, but also good eyes in the backfield and knowledge of the play. Really nice from Will McDonald. All right, 2 more plays. This one here, he's going to be on the right-hand side of your screen. It's a good and bad. Number 58 blows him off the line of scrimmage here. You can see McDonald gets marched backwards. He's initially lost. He's lost probably 3 yards off this snap. They go to combo block him here and climb to the next level. But I like how McDonald fights. How he gets that length underneath, rips through. Look how he gets the left hand underneath the armpit and rips his body through, disengages, then he takes on the guard, beats him easily with a little club move, and then gets to the running back for a loss or a tackle of no gain. A really good job fighting back in the rep when it could have been extremely ugly. He was in a bad position to start this snap, but he worked through, he played with good hand placement, and understood his assignment. And that's what you want to see from a guy, even if he's not the most talented run defender in the world. Show the willingness, show the technique, and make sure that you can execute. Last snap here, this shows you what he can do from the backside of these zone blocking looks. You want to put a hat on Will McDonald because he's got great athleticism. So lined up from a 5 tech, look at the way he squeezes down the line of scrimmage, as he should. You get taught to do this, close the gap, make sure you squeeze. And right now, he's identifying as he's squeezing, the fullback's coming across the formation to try and block him. What does McDonald do? He gets skinny. He turns his shoulder to avoid the block, he ducks inside, he wades down the line of scrimmage, and once again makes a tackle outside of his frame. This is good awareness, this is good technique, and just a fantastic job to spot the fullback, to evade him, and then go and make this play. Squeeze, duck inside, make the tackle on the running back. Gorgeous. So that's a quick breakdown of Will McDonald, the run defender. It's not fair to just look at his tape as a 3 tech and a 4-eye and say, this guy gets pushed around. He has the ability, he has the length, and he has the capacity to play well as a run defender in a 5 tech or even further outside.